Now you're sorry, say Ghana Embassy asama ye can here for almost 3 years. I remember before election 2024, before election 2020, I sat on this platform. I tried to make this message go down to NPP. Mekachom say the illegality happening or illegalities happening at the Ghana Embassy in Washington DC and the consulate in New York, it was crazy. It was on this same platform. And I'm afraid Lady Bia me interview Nekache say a man for passport there are some people doing business. A man for data and the woman spoke on my show. She tried to do what? Tell us to say yemum and ye jandam. Yemum and ye boko propaganda. Yan yempe MPP abain. And the abain papa baye. John Mahama Akache Okudzeto Ablakwa say investigations into the embassy activities. Now the abeto janina say Okudzeto Ablakwa or ye dien or ye ambassador no or ye minister or foreign affairs issues no. On my audit team, FBA investigations at Ghana Embassy or Washington DC Hamete. Now the result is clear. Yabehu dreamer ekoso, frauder ekoso. Amount for data we are handing over to people. People working at the embassy, Sebio Omuji Embassy, amount for passport and their kotunko fufie. People using the embassy to front their own personal business. I am a witness to that. So I sat here and I said I was never going to stop talking about this matter because there are millions of Ghanaians in Ghana. This is a big problem to them. And millions of Ghanaians in America, a big problem. Can you imagine, say, Obuha to West Coast? We are in the East Coast. Flying from DC to California takes you between 5 and 5 hours. And it's Ghana to London. Now, when you make that trip, Ghana Embassy go DC to make a child say, I was so free California. Now offer plane. Now oba ebe check it on your passport. Now oba say o results in way nya. You have to do what? You have to go back to California. Do you know what the distance you're talking about? But all these things were happening. So they were frustrating people, they were taking money, and my concern was that there were some people at the embassy. Some had worked there over 17 years, 22 years. What are you doing there? The moment you allow people to work in a particular environment for over 2, 3, 4, 5 years, those people become corruption. They turn into corruption because then they become too comfortable. Then they start to liaise with people outside because now they know the loopholes. And none is see Ghana Embassy. Some people made billions out of our ignorance, out of our deliberate action, out of politics at MPPA. They decided to allow some people to run the embassy as their own business. And the minister releases statement to say, after the audit, Omabehu said, dreamer ekos ne bin sida. Intiminoka say, the minister, the instructions the president has given him, and they say, the embassy in Washington, D.C., it should be shut down temporarily. Now, almost looking for the solution to the problem. I told the minister the last time, the solution to this problem is for him to sack 99% of the people there. Or else, the ambassador for Obebano, who I don't know, that ambassador will never succeed. Say, one pamo workers no more. And God being so good, they have listened. So far, from what we know, the embassy has been shut down. The minister is saying, say, Obia Sari apply. They need to check the background of every single person. In fact, Papa no odi anima sa krono no ekoso. Today, the minister is saying they want to transfer his docket to the Attorney General in Ghana for him to face prosecution. Let me tell you, there are so many people and I am also going to tell the Foreign Affairs Minister, if there's any way that people here who are American citizens, Ghana who were involved in this scam or this scandal or this fraud, they should be prosecuted here and they should serve jail time. Mr. Minister, I have a lot of information I want to give you. There are people I can give you their information who were part of this scam. They have been part of this fraud for months and years. So, Mr. Minister, it should not just be that man here who is being taken home to be prosecuted. I am talking about people who also worked at the embassy. And we know their record. They need to stand trial here. They need to be jailed. We are going to give you all the information because, you see, we cannot be paying people here in America in the name of politics in T. Na Obia Betina US Ghana Embassy, DC. Na Odiska. Na Oyeska. Mamika Bicho. The last ambassador, Halima Mahama, and Asante Freno, Halima, I can tell you on authority, that woman cannot even write myself. Do you know that? Nana Dankwe Kufuado, ambassador no wa, and son of free power no. My friend saying, Halima Mahama, and I have friends saying, some woman like that. That woman was not even coming to the office. Sometimes she goes to stay in Ghana for like 5 months. Before election 2024, the woman left her post, her position. 8 months before election 2024, she left and went to Ghana and left the embassy there just like that. So this is the level of corruption. Embassy. So we should not play with this. I'd like to tell the ambassador, say, it should not stop here. If anybody wants to work at the embassy, people should put in the application. Background checks should be done. I would prefer that all the people who used to work at the embassy, about 80% don't come back. About 80%. A whole embassy, when you go on Google to check, they have 2.6 when it comes to reviews. And some the embassy of Ghana in Washington, D.C., Oko reviews are 2.6. Technically, it's a shithole. Bronibia obe business as a nation. Our America Habiano, he or she will have to go through your embassy. Now, if your embassy has reviews of 2.6, ratings of 2.6, no business person who is intelligent. Because one, Obebusa will say, the embassy in Ghana, in America, representing the president, you know, they are the first point of contact. You perceive from minister, no? You perceive from president now. And if this is the kind of ratings, 2.6, and a whole embassy in America representing Ghana, then it means that Bronibian wa obe ready to work with such a shithole. I'm using that word because no reasonable person, no reasonable businessman will walk to this embassy and say, I want to do business with Ghanaians. Because this is basically your face as a nation. This is what is Ghana. If any businessman wants to work with Ghana, this is what they see. So when they see this, it shows from even your embassy from here before they enter Ghana, you people are not serious people. So, Mr. Minister, it is very vital and important that this action you've taken, you spread it around the world. I know there's a lot of fraud happening at the UK embassy, Ghana embassy in the UK. Crazy. Germany is crazy. In fact, Ebia Ochina, we will open phone lines for Ghanaians around the world to call from different parts of the world to tell us their experiences at various embassies around the world. Ghana embassies. You'll be shocked, Mr. Minister.